First off, I want to say to all the YouTube viewers and everybody who's going to watch this video later, please take what I'm about to say as a learning opportunity for yourself. If you're going through what I went through, or you're about to go through what I'm about to, or what I've been through, or anything like that, just take a learning opportunity and apply it for yourself. How many people remember my mini POL? Can someone give me like a brief summary? Oh yes, I do remember saying that.
You spoke on your adaptability to various leadership styles at your partner organization.
Very good. And I want to take the time to say that I still had a tough time doing that after mini POLs, and I had to take the initiative to make that stuff happen. And the reason why I had a tough time adapting is because I didn't see the value of I didn't see the value of service. I didn't see the value of making an impact, and I didn't see the value of my relationship with my program director. And that is something I would like to talk to you guys about. How I was able to adapt to valuing my relationship, my impact, my service at Santa Maria Community Services. And I would not have got to this point if I did not have my three-way with Danielle and Marcy. They kind of was like, Lisa, you need to check yourself here and recognize that you need to make this experience better for yourself and not let anybody else try to make it different for you. So I'd like to begin with how I got to adapting and how I got to valuing my relationship, my impact, and my service. And during the time I had my three-way, I was taking this class called Organizational Behavioral Theory at Northern Kentucky University. And it's such an awesome class. Basically, we talked about why people act the way they behave in organizations and the reasons for that. It could be in political, where there's somebody who's trying to get a position over somebody else. It can be cultural, where there's rituals and cultures that organizations have to celebrate and continue to keep the organization flowing and continue to have people celebrate the organization. Or it could be organization as an organism. And basically that said that organizations have to live as a system, because if they don't, if they're not able to adapt to that environment, they will eventually die. And after receiving that teaching, I had to correlate that to my program director, and was seeing what she was doing to keep the organization afloat, because there was a point in time where we weren't seeing many people coming through the doors. We would see a little bit, but it wasn't as a great amount as we used to see it as. So having that understanding, I was able to kind of bridge a gap between me and her, and kind of see like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're taking time to kind of learn this new position yourself. You're taking the time to understand that things that you're trying to implement are not as easy as possible, and that it takes time. And just having patience with her and understanding that and bridging that gap helped me to value our relationship. And then another aspect in our class that we learned was from Rondo A. Hefferts. He wrote a book called Leadership Without Easy Answers. And in this book, he discusses how we have the ability to solve technical and adaptive fix, or technical and adaptable problems And because of that lesson, technical is that we are able to use the tools immediately to fix a problem. But adaptability, we don't know what to do to fix that problem. We have a hard time trying to get from point A to point B. So instead, if you're going to be adaptable, you have to kind of go beyond the situation and create tools to build a relationship. Be a leader and create something to fix a problem. And that was something else I had to do with my program director. I had to go out and reach out to her and create conversations so that we can have a better relationship. And I had to adapt to valuing the service that was given to our clients at Santa Maria Community Services. I had to realize that I was behind the desk taking phone calls all day, not just to do that, but to actually preach to folks about these predatory tax sites who do nothing but take their refunds and use it on something else. And at the time, I didn't value that. But after this class, I really understood the really important impact of doing that. Even said it on Facebook, I ripped some Liberty Tax flyers just to make sure people don't go to those predatory tax sites. Another way I was able to adapt to new leadership styles and to valuing my relationship, my impact, and my service was co-facilitating with Lori Schreiner. We did an awesome job co-facilitating Beta, the extraordinary take action. But there was some times where I had to adapt a little bit. Lori, she is structured, she's a little bit more direct, a little bit more, what's the term I use? I'm sorry. And she's a little bit more compliant when it comes to you too. Leaders make mistakes. And I had to balance that. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. I don't want you guys to think like it was horrible. It's just I had to adapt to that because I'm kind of laid back. If you make a mistake, you know, you kind of have to learn on your own. And Laura's like, no, you know, we have to meet in the middle when it comes to that. And we did. And that's how we was able to lead our team into developing a food forest. And I want to just tell you, like, I appreciate our partnership. We balance well, and we have a hell of a team. With that being said, when I was, facilitating with Lori helped me to further bridge a gap with my program director. To understand how it was tough for her to get into this program and start to implement services in a way that she knew what she was doing, but she just didn't have a great idea. And because you know, I co-facilitated with you, I really I was able to get a little closer with her, get a little bit more understanding from her. With that being said, because I was able to adapt to valuing impact, service, and relationships, I have to say that me and her relationship is great. We tell jokes all the time, we say hi to each other, not like we used to. Because I value the service at Santa Maria, we was able to help people save $71,000 annually in expenses, whether that's through phone assistance, food assistance, or any type of expense, ranging from utilities and other vital components needed for everyday life. Because I value impact, 586 incoming calls were connected to free tax preparations in the city. 386 were scheduled for the Elder Vita EITC site, and these efforts led to people of the Price Hill community receiving $480,000 in refund. So this is definitely a reward to help people find other ways to use that refund to either put in their savings account or to put in some type of other expense that they're behind on. And then because we was having times where it was really slow at our office, I had a chance to take initiative and be a part of projects to help build capacity at the Price Hill Financial Opportunity Center, and that is one of us co-writing a grant for the Women's Fund of Greater Cincinnati, and that was to eliminate barriers so that the women can become self-sufficient economically, and we were just granted $1,500 for that. And another way to evaluate impact is I was able to create a electronic client notes for the ladies, so that when you get one story from one client, you won't hear another story from the other client, so everybody's on the same page. So that is just some impact that will continue to happen after I'm gone from Santa Maria. So I know that, everybody at some point in time are going to run into what I'm running into, having trouble adapting to a coworker, having trouble adapting to a team service project. Really value those relationships, value what you wanted to do, and value what the impact's going to happen once you're done with that project. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for being patient with me for real.